What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope everybody's having a great day. Things look a little bit better having got a win over the Giants than they did before we played the Giants. And I'm going to be 100% real. I had no idea what we were going to expect. Now, here's what I'm going to say. A lot of people are out there and they're killing the team. They say, you know, we're ass team. We sucked and everything else. The game looked terrible. I'm going to say something here, and I'm sure I'll get trashed. Because whenever I say anything, I always get, you're making excuses and this, that, and the other. But fine, be that, whatever. You know, if you don't like what I'm serving here at Joe Boo's restaurant, feel free to take your dinner dollars elsewhere and get served someplace else. But understand this. The Cowboys played a physical game Sunday night against the Baltimore Ravens that they literally ran roughshod over them. They got pounded into submission. Monday, they show up licking their wounds, getting treatment, and have their first practice and installing the first and second down. Tuesday is a practice installing the rest of the game plan for the week. Wednesday is a travel day, which was yesterday, and today's a game. Thursday night games typically are not good quality games because you don't have enough time to recover, to be ready to play. And I dare say that the NFL is doing a disservice to the players. I said many, many years ago, the best thing the NFL could do would be saying, okay, you got a Thursday night game. You have a bye week before that Thursday night game. So that way you have enough time to recover. You may remember a few years ago when Tua pretty much got knocked out on Sunday and then got completely knocked out on Thursday. We've seen a lot of bad injuries on Thursday, and we have Micah Parsons who hurt his ankle. The news on that is they did an x-rays with him tonight. The x-rays were negative. He'll get an MRI tomorrow. Maybe it's just a sprain. We don't know how severe. He says it's sore, but he's still, walking with a limp on it. So maybe we'll get lucky and dodge a bullet. And we're fortunate that we've got 10 days before we take on the Steelers. So I want you to understand that playing games on Thursdays are typically sloppy. The other part of the equation is playing teams in your division. Because you play them so often, they know each other. Playing on the road against a team that literally is looking at this and saying, this is our Super Bowl. Let's see if we can beat the Cowboys. They were motivated. They had more momentum getting the win against Cleveland than we did coming into this game. And being able to be home and not traveling on Wednesday basically gave them another game to prepare for this. Okay? So let me preface all of this with that. I'm not going to try and convince you and say, oh, the Cowboys are a great team. They're ready to run and win the Super Bowl. I'm not. We are far from it. We are here right now, satisfied that we found a way to get a win. Now, Derek, I have to thank you, Derek, for Megabytes. Hopefully, you're down in Florida. I hope that you don't get flooded out or anything like that. But you got to lay off the quarterback, bro. You got to leave my quarterback alone. My quarterback, people are saying, oh, well, he's not challenging the ball down the field and stuff. It was that third down, and we ended up doing the 2 yards, I think the Hunter Lipke, and didn't get the first down. Here's the thing that I think, and this is my personal opinion. Dak Prescott did not want to turn the ball over and give the Giants momentum. They pretty much, with the way the defense was playing, they were controlling the Giants and things. As long as the Cowboys didn't make a mistake, then they pretty much were going to win that game. And a turnover, an interception, could have been that difference in that game. And so, looking at that game, I'm going to go back. Hopefully, I have some time this weekend, but watch that game over, because every time I saw somebody catch a football, there always seemed to be somebody on top of them. The Cowboys do not get any separation. You do not see guys really open. And this goes back to the Joneses, and we'll go back to the Fire Jerry whole thing, on another video. Right now, let's be happy that we found a way to beat the Giants, so we don't have to listen to Cop Pizzle and crew, going balls deep on us. And I'm gonna leave it right there with Cop Pizzle and stuff. Just leave it right there. Dak Prescott. I'm going to write this down and make sure I got it right. 22 of 27, 81.4% completions. 81.4% completions. 221 yards. That's 10 yards of completion. And completing 81% of it. 2 TDs at 125.5% rating. And the whole time throughout this game, I got you, Derek, he sucks. Dak, Prescott, Dak trash cut, this, that, and the other. And I'm just sitting here looking and saying, I believe this guy's got 6 TD passes and 2 interceptions on the season so far. I may be wrong on that. 2 turnovers, that's it. Jalen Hurts in 3 games has 5 turnovers, 4 interceptions. Do I need to bring up Trevor Lawrence, who might not even get back on the field? And this, mind you, was when the Dallas Cowboys, their biggest run was CeeDee Lamb for 10 yards. The first half of the game, we had about 39 yards running the football. We didn't have a running game. We had so many penalties. Oh my God. Tyler Guyton had 2, gave up a sack. Terrence Steele gave up a sack. And mind you, I want to say that the Giants last week, that defensive front is really good. They got 8 sacks last week. So let's get on to it with the game balls. I got to give one to CeeDee Lamb, who 2 days ago apologized, came in on bended knee and said, I have to do better. I know I have to own up to us losing to this game. Did the walk of shame. But not only did the walk of shame, ended up coming out and playing. I think he had 98 yards in receiving. Had 10 yards run, one run was 10 yards. He ran the ball, I think, 3 or 4 times and ended up with like 12 yards or whatever. But he had his head in the game and was a game changer. Big touchdown. Running game wise, the second half was better running the football and controlling the clock. It wasn't that many more yards, but we were able to finally start getting it together a little bit where we were a little more balanced, and that helped. So I have to give a game ball to CeeDee Lamb and a half a ball to the running game. And part of the problem with the running game is we got to do better on the offensive line. The offensive line, we've got problems at both ends. Tyler Guyton is a rookie and he's getting beat inside badly. And he's getting the penalties. Terrence Steele, I hope he doesn't have Michael Gallup-itis, where he had the ACL injury and then comes back and is never the same. He is getting beat. He has given up more pressures than anybody else going into this game. We'll see how it works out when everybody else plays. But clearly, he's got to do better. The Ferg, Jake Ferguson, Fergalicious. How blessed are we that he's already back when it could have been a 3 to 6 week injury and he only missed 1 game. He is truly becoming Troy Aikman's Jay Novacek. he's becoming the security blanket. He's making key catches. He's picking up key yards and key first downs. Jake Ferguson, my hat's off to you, bro. My hat's off to you. Definitely great. On the defense, I know that people are pissed off about the Cowboys. Can't tackle, you're missing plays, and this, that, and the other. And yeah, I get it. It was only Daniel Jones and the Giants. I get that. However, when a team runs the ball 22 times, like the Giants did, and you only give up 24 yards, let me say that one more time. Your defensive front, who's hurt all, we've trashed them all week. We have trashed them and told them how much they suck. You guys suck on the interior defensive line. You suck. Jerry Jones, fire yourself. They gave up 24 yards on the ground. 24 on 22 carries. That's 1.1 yard a carry. You can't expect better than that, bro. The defensive line has to get a game ball. Eric Kendricks. We had Eric Kendricks cited. 13 tackles. 13. Overshown. 8 tackles. Both of those guys got to get a game ball. D-Log got hurt. His foot. Hopefully it's not bad. And of course, Micah got hurt. But the guy I got to give credit to, because I have taken all kinds of shots and things defending him, and last week did not look good. But what may have been the best game of his short professional career, Mozzie Smith. Mozzie, who had 2 solo tackles and a tackle for a loss that literally would look like a WWE suplex of the running back. He grabbed him and literally, boom, threw him backwards. Mozzie Smith has to get a game ball. You may say I'm crazy. 3 tackles from the interior defensive line is huge. And they were able to help control that line. Now, Daniel Jones did get plenty of time to run. They did stop. Their pass blocking was great. But the defense bent, but they never broke. They never let him get into the end zone. And you can't ask for more than that with the team. It was ugly, but it's a divisional game. And it's a Thursday night game. Factors that make it usually an ugly game. Now let's be clear here. We got a long ways to go. We've got a long ways to go. And the hope will be, as we saw Overshown last week, hesitating and seeming lost. This week he seemed more sure of himself and going to where he was supposed to go and going with force. This is growing pains of having young guys that are starters. And we have a lot of young guys that are starting for us. So we need time for them to get up to speed. But hopefully they'll get there. And that's all I got for you guys, man. It's been a long night. We've got this hurricane that's moving in. There'll be a lot of rain here, even in Virginia. We've had a lot of rain on the early bands and stuff from it already. Tomorrow night is a high school homecoming game and 40th high school reunion. And I have not gone to any of my reunions before. I was going to go to the game, and then we have like a reception at the local inn and stuff. And I was going to go tomorrow, but I don't know how much rain we're going to get. So I'll have to wait and see how bad it'll be when I go back home tomorrow, whether or not I'm going to go. But everybody who's in the path of this storm, we're thinking about you. Be safe. And for all those out there, remember, tell the people you love how much you love them, because life is short and life is precious. And you never know how much time you have. I appreciate y'all. I'm tired. I'm real tired. And I appreciate y'all. We had a bunch of winners of the Jerry Jones shirts. I think we gave away 4 of those. I got one going to Maya. I got one going to Jay Tuck, and other people that won. And so, if you're interested in getting one of those from us, go to our website, cowboyjoeboo.com, and they're actually listed on there. So I appreciate you guys. And God willing, we'll all see each other tomorrow. Be safe. Whew. I'm hurting y'all. It's been a long day.